Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been probably a week and a half, maybe closer to 2 weeks, and so I thought it is time that I come back and give you guys an update. Let me see. First things first, my next show, my provincial show, is June 3rd, 4th, and that means that as of Friday, I am 17 weeks out. So I actually started prep last Friday. So this has been week number 1. Now, my plan was that I would already have a series up and running for when I started prep, but I have been kind of behind and completely overwhelmed at work, so I never got around to getting it started. So I guess I'm going to start now. But essentially, what this series will entail is that each week I'll kind of give you an update as to how my prep is going, the good, the bad, the ugly, as well as on my blog, which it's going to get a bit of a facelift, name change type thing, but I will be putting in there my macros for the week, my measurements for the week, progress photos, things like that. Not necessarily here on the channel, at least not yet. So it'll be sort of a collaboration between the two, and I will always link my blog post for the week in the the recap in the video, or I guess below the video. So let's talk about week number 1. Before that, I have been bulking for a while, and it was going really well, to be honest. And then the last 3 weeks, I just kind of, I didn't go crazy or anything, but knowing that I had to start and that I had to really buckle down, I was starting to get really creative with my macros. Like I was in a pretty sweet surplus. So there were a lot of cookies. I mean, I'm still hitting my macros, but there were a lot of cookies. So now that I've changed my macros a bit, there's not as much cookies. So there's always that initial adjustment, and it's been fine though. Other than I started week 1 on my period, which sorry guys, but we get those. And so I started bloated with cramps, not feeling the greatest, and I thought, well, this sucks. Is this an omen of how it's gonna go? But obviously not. I mean, you decide how you're gonna feel. So it was a rough few days, but it is what it is. I feel fine. Unfortunately, due to I want to say probably stress is probably the biggest factor. I am not sleeping very well at all. So in the past week and a half, I've been averaging about 4 or 5 hours a night. Last night and the night before were the absolute worst. I got about 3.5 hours last night and maybe 4 the night before. I'm exhausted, completely exhausted. I can barely concentrate. So today was a scheduled workout, and it was sort of back, a little bit of chest and triceps. So I woke up and I did go to the gym. If I'd had legs today, I definitely would have skipped because I was too tired to push through a leg workout. I actually had a decent workout, to be honest. I felt pretty good. I did take pre-workout instead of having coffee, but the point is I had a fine workout. But then around, I want to say 10 o'clock this morning, I felt like I'd been hit by a truck, and I couldn't concentrate, I couldn't focus, I felt like I was gonna cry, and I realized I just need to sleep. So one of the biggest things that I find the hardest with prep is just being tired. So I am not about to start prep being exhausted. So you know what, next week, if I need to sort of alter how I'm training, if I have a really, really bad sleep, then I'm gonna have to work around it. I'm hoping that by increasing my magnesium and having some sleepy time tea and just really unplugging in the evening, and trying some meditation, anything to sort of relax my mind will help me sleep. But we'll see what happens. But other than that, everything's been great. I've been hitting my macros spot on. Again, my training sessions have been good. I feel really strong. And everything, like I said, everything's been great. Unfortunately, the sleep is a big one. And with being exhausted, you run the risk of getting sick, and I'd rather not get sick, But if I am going to get sick, I'd rather get sick now versus, a few weeks out from a show. Yeah, so basically, I'm just gonna each week I will post a video. I will try on the Thursday, at the end of the week to sort of like do a weekly wrap up. And then throughout the week, there may be other videos that I do, but I will always do a once a week, what happened, what I liked, what I didn't like, as well as I'm not sure if I'm going to do it on my blog or here, but I plan to discuss just different parts of getting ready for a show. So it's not just dieting and training. There's the posing, I meet with a posing coach, but also all the posing practice, the shoes, whether I'm going to get a new bikini, if I'm going to upgrade the one I have, the fittings, what else? Just all that kind of stuff that you need to think about. I need to book my tan still. I need to, purchase that. I need to get my federation card. I need to register for my show. There's a whole bunch of different things. So I'll take you through each of those each week when I cross a new thing off my list. But basically, if you guys want to come along for the ride, I'm here. I will tell you all about how it's going. And I'm pretty upfront and honest. So if I'm having a shitty week, you guys are going to hear about it. Not in a, oh my God, my life sucks, but just I'm real. That is how it is. I'm not going to pretend. And I don't really take myself too seriously. So I've been sporting this bun all week because I do not have the energy to wash my hair. This is real talk. I don't. So at some point in life, I'm sure I will or at some point in the next few days, I will wash my hair. But for now, this is what's going to happen. And so that I don't look like a complete dirtbag, I like change it up. So some days I'll wear it down, some days I'll wear it up, keep them guessing. Did she wash her hair? No, I didn't. Didn't even paint my fingernails. That never happens. They haven't been painted in days. And that's the level of tired I am. Anyway, so I don't want to ramble. Let me see. Something that I am changing a little bit this prep is more rest days. I am really bad for taking rest days, and I know that. And obviously, the closer that I get, there are things that I have to change in your cardio and that kind of thing. But especially when you're dieting and for a long period of time, your body needs time to recover. And I am training hard, so I have approximately 3 rest days a week. So I'm training about 4 days. And the way I sort of do it is I hit legs, I hit, how can I explain this? I hit legs, I hit shoulders, biceps, and abs, and I do sort of a chest, but not too much chest because I don't want to get, I want to stay balanced, but I don't want any sort of striations and stuff, and my upper body leans out quite a bit when I get lean, and last time, before my first show, started developing some striations. I was like, no, we don't want this for the level that I'm in, bikini. So, of course, I do it to be balanced, but no like intense chest. But I got off on a tangent. So basically, I hit chest, let's say chest, back, and triceps, and then I do a day of shoulders, biceps, and abs, and then legs. So the leg days, I have one that's really, I guess they're both glute focused, but more quad focused, and I have another one that's more hamstring focused. So I guess I call that leg day 1 and leg 2. And then I also have the same with shoulders, biceps. I have block 1 and block 2, same with back. So I sort of do number 1 of each. And then a day, let's just say I do back, a day of rest, shoulders, a day of rest, legs, a day of rest. It's not quite like that, but then I'll start it up again, but then I do block 2. So over a 10-day span, I train 6 days and I have 4 days off. I know it sounds kind of weird, but that's kind of what works for me, because I like to alternate my workouts, and I usually cycle through 2 at the same time. honestly, I'm kind of tired. I don't know if any of that makes sense. Maybe I'll put this in my blog, but this is sort of how I've been training for a while. The problem is, instead of taking lots of rest days, I would just do, back, shoulders, legs, back, shoulders, legs, but there were very few rest days in there. And I just find that right now I need it. And, or not right now, it's just in general, because I don't want to overtax my body. And, eventually I'll add some HIIT in there and some cardio. And I would like the flexibility of not having to do it on a weight training day, or doing it on a weight training day and having full days off. I sort of learned the hard way that, overworking your body come back to bite you in the ass in a big way. But I was sort of in that mentality that you had to go completely hard, all or nothing or else. And yeah, I'm still very dedicated to my training just because I'm taking rest days. I'm more dedicated to my body. I don't know if that makes any sense. So, yeah, anyway, so I do have a decent amount of rest days changed. I can always switch them up if I want to or have to, but there's going to be that. I will definitely make sure that I get massages, a lot more stretching and foam rolling and yoga. And because I am going to have rest days, I can have sort of an active rest day where I do some yin yoga or even go to a yoga class. It's a different sort of conditioning for the body. And I know myself and I enjoy yoga. I enjoy some flexibility, having flexibility, being flexible. And right now I am not so much. So yeah, but again, I'll talk about it all in my video. So this is sort of video 1, but I actually do plan to sort of give you a better recap on my blog of how week 1 went. So I'm still creating that because I had to start sort of from scratch, new name, new domain, everything. But that's just because the direction that I want to go with it, it works better. So in my next video, I will have all the information there, and you guys can, come read up on what's going on. If you're interested in what my macros are, or my progress pictures, or recipes, that kind of stuff, that's what'll be in my blog. But for right now, my current blog address, it's below. It's the same one it's always been, spin bikes and opaque tights, but I will be changing that. Okay, enough rambling / speed speaking / heavy breathing. I'm going to go take a nap, and thank you so much for stopping by, and I hopefully will chat with you again soon. And here's to a fantastic, easy, breezy, beautiful prep. No, I'm just kidding. But I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.